Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the commencement and conferring of diplomas for Maurice J. McDonough High School's class of 2025. We will begin our ceremony with the presentation of colors by the Maurice J. McDonough High School Army Junior ROTC and the singing of the national anthem by Maurice J. McDonough choral members Aaron Miller, who will be attending Towson University, and Haley Van Brunt, who will attend Frostburg University after graduation. Concluding the national anthem, please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance led by Christina Hammond, who is the historian of the Student Government Association. After graduation, Christina will attend University of Maryland, College Park. Color guards, please present the colors.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. Good morning, Maurice J. McDonough, class of 2025. Today's ceremony honors your completion of the requirements for the Maryland High School diploma. May each of you, the graduates, accept the challenges before you with the determination and perseverance that you have demonstrated to get here. At this time, Alyssa Thomas, President of SGA, will recognize our distinguished guests. Alyssa will attend University of Maryland, College Park in the fall.
I am honored to introduce our distinguished guests. Please stand when I call your name. From the Charles County Board of Education, Board Chairperson Yanel Moore-Lee. Vice Chairperson Nicole M. Kramer. Board members, Darley Butler Washington, David Hancock, Dr. Latonia Smalls, Jamila Smith, Brenda Thomas, Samichi Thomas. Student board members, Zam Burke, Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Maria Navarro. From the Charles County Commissioner's Office, Commissioner Thomasina Coates. Orphan Court Judges, Sheriff of Charles County, Troy D. Berry. Clerk of the Circuit Court, Lisa E. Yates. Registrar of Wills, Lorraine Davis Hennessy. President, Education Association of Charles County, EACC, Sean Howell. UNICEF Director for Education, Association of Charles County, Dr. Elizabeth Ransomman. Additionally, I would like to introduce members of the Superintendent Executive and Operations staff. They are Chief Financial Officer Karen M. Acton, Chief of Schools Dr. Marvin L. Jones, Chief of Teaching and Learning Kevin L. Lowndes, Chief Human Resources Officer Nicole M. Majors, Chief Instructional Technology Shemaine T. Thompson, Executive Director of Schools Erica Williams, Executive Director of Schools Richard Conley, Executive Director of Schools Jermaine Woodfield Coffin. Thank you for joining us today in Ram Nation.
Thank you, Alyssa. It is my pleasure to introduce to you the Secretary of the Class of 2025 and Student Ambassador Imani Rhymes. Imani is the daughter of Jennifer and Edmund Rhymes Sr., and she will bring greetings from the class of 2025. After graduation, Imani will attend Towson University. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Imani Rhymes.
Hello, guys. Good afternoon, everyone. Faculty, esteemed guests, family, those viewing online, and most importantly, my classmates, the class of 2025. Truthfully, I drove myself crazy trying to write this. Something that sounds so simple in theory posed itself as a massive test. I spent hours writing and rewriting, trying to capture what has been the most enjoyable 4 years of my life and share those memories with all of you in under 3-ish minutes. So instead of giving you all a summary or cutting corners of our high school experience, I'd instead like to take you all through a journey of our class, evolution. Because as I look around, I see many finished products, the final forms of the butterflies. Yet what none of you watching can see are the steps and mountains climbed to get here. Freshman year, we were caterpillars, wide-eyed, just coming off of a year and a half of quarantine and zero social interaction in an academic setting. Being too afraid to ask for help opening your locker and carrying around your things for the entire day, checking out library books we never planned on reading, going to meetings for clubs we never planned on joining, walking up the never-ending ramp just to avoid crowded hallways. We were all just trying to blend in and figure it out. Sophomore year was our chrysalis phase, or what I like to call the construction era. We left for one summer, came back, and the ramp was gone. Just gone. Literally like a wrecking ball to half the building, gone. And yeah, the ramp was ugly. There was no way to look cool walking down it, but it was a part of our school's identity and always conveniently open when you were running late for class. The point is, we thought it would be there forever. I called that year the construction era because we were literally walking through tunnels just to get to the main office. Then came junior year, where we began to break out of our cocoons. We were hit with the absolute brightest white walls and floors known to man. You actually could not blink without being temporarily blinded. It felt like we were attending school inside of a toothpaste commercial. While we witnessed and often commented on the change and evolution of our school's identity unfolding before our eyes, what we didn't realize at the time was we were evolving too. The point of me taking you through all this isn't to give you a history lesson on the gone but never forgotten ramp at our school. My point is to remind you all that change doesn't always show up as pretty, and growth isn't always comfortable. Sometimes it looks like a demolished ramp or an overwhelming wave of white paint spreading around the school. However, if we lean into the challenging moments, the awkward phases, the hard lessons, the unexpected turns, we will discover that all of it is shaping us into something we've never been before. Who could have ever predicted that that hideous ramp would become a beautiful, bright entryway that serves as the front entrance to our school? We've evolved, not just academically, but also physically, mentally, and emotionally. We've grown into people who question things, challenge the norm, and demand more for ourselves and for each other. To our teachers and staff, thank you for being our guides to this chaotic journey. Thanks to all of you who've allowed me to be authentically myself in your classrooms, even when it was completely off topic. For showing up every day with patience, encouragement, and at times when I needed it the most, snacks. Thank you, Ms. Henry. Now, I'd like to thank my family, to my mom and dad, who had no idea I was doing this. Thank you for being my biggest cheerleaders at times when I wouldn't cheer for myself. To my brother, who paved the way for me here, thank you. To Emory and Dallas, who remind me every day the importance of dreaming, thank you. I'll be honest, I'm leaving here with more questions than I started with. Like, does anyone besides Dr. Simpson actually have the unit circle memorized? Or can you technically start a sentence with because? I'm still not sure. It is those questions we leave with that show us just how far we've come. High school hasn't turned us all into mathematicians or nuclear physicists, but it's done something more valuable. It's taught us how to stay curious, how to think critically, how to speak up when it matters, and how to become truth seekers in a world full of noise. So no, we don't know everything, but we do know how to keep growing, keep asking, keep becoming. Class of 2025, we are proof that evolution doesn't happen overnight, but it does happen, because look at us now. Thank you.
Thank you, Imani. I am proud to introduce you to the salutatorian, Julie Perillo. The salutatorian is the student with the second highest grade point average or GPA in the class. In her academic career, Julie earned a GPA of 4.61. Julie is also the president of the National Honor Society. She will be attending High Point University in the fall. She is the daughter of Kathy and Joseph Perillo. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Julie Perillo.
Good morning, Ram Nation. I would like to start this out with a thank you to the board members, honored guests, administration, and staff here with us today. I also want to give a special shout out to my friends and family for getting me through these last 4 years, especially my parents, Joe and Kathy Perillo, my brother Joseph, and my honorary grandmother, Miss Barbara. Well, family, today is the day. It is the day that throughout the duration of our senior year, we have either been anticipating or dreading. But I want to take a break from envisioning our futures and spend a moment reflecting on the past. A majority of us spent our 8th grade year virtual or on a weird hybrid schedule. Entering high school, we had to re-socialize ourselves and remember how to be able to wake up for school, not just roll out of bed 2 minutes before our Zoom meeting started. We started out freshman year with that kind of fun 3 lunch shift schedule, no time for clubs, and if we did a sport, we had to get our nose swabbed for a COVID test during lunch. We all had our faces covered from the nose down, and we most definitely got mask fished by some of our classmates and teachers. But we have grown from that. We have built relationships with our peers, teachers, and coaches. We have learned life skills, and we have learned exactly how long we can procrastinate for before we have to actually start working on an assignment. It might not have hit you yet, but for a lot of us, graduation is scary. Many of us are excited, but change in any form, even good, can be scary. We have grown used to the bell schedule, with or without herd. We know the best way to get to each class. We have developed meaningful relationships with our teachers, and we have been surrounded by familiar faces. But that is all going away. Some of us are going to college, some are going to trade school, some are going into the military, or some directly into the workforce. No matter what we choose, the safety and security of high school is behind us, and that's scary. But I'm here to offer some comfort. No matter what we choose to do after high school, we're gonna be okay. Everyone's path in life is different, and some of us will take longer to reach our potential than others, but that's okay. We are going to be okay. The people sitting around us, we may never see again. Some of our closest high school friends we'll lose contact with in 4 months. But that's fine because change is okay. We are going to grow. We are going to build new relationships. We are going to make new friends. We are going to become successful, upstanding members of society, and we are going to have a positive impact on our community. We are going to have a ramtastic graduation today, and from there, we will go forth and prosper. Thank you.
Thank you, Julie. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I am pleased to present to you the valedictorian of the McDonough High School Class of 2025, Ava Rolich. The valedictorian is the student with the highest GPA in the class. Ava earned a grade point average of 4.7 through her high school academic career. Ava is also the SGA and class president. Ava is the daughter of Karen and Sean Rolich and will be attending the University of Maryland in the fall. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Ava Rolich.
Good morning, everyone. I would like to first start off by thanking all of you for joining us today on this momentous occasion. It is because of all of you that we are here before you, about ready to celebrate one of the biggest milestones in our young lives. I would like to personally thank my family, and most notably my parents, Karen and Sean Rolich. Words truly cannot express how inordinately grateful I am to have you in my life. Ever since I first learned that you could be the valedictorian, first in your class, almost a decade ago, I have worked tirelessly towards achieving that goal. However, whenever I told anyone that this was what I wanted to accomplish, I was met with the same critique, that it wouldn't mean anything after high school, that it will become an icebreaker later in life, and that it doesn't matter in the real world. And to that I say, you were right, because it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, all I got was this sash, a medal, and to give a 3-minute speech, which to some of you probably seems like an absolute nightmare. You see, class rank doesn't prove intelligence. It doesn't prove how successful you will be in the future. It doesn't prove how much money you will make, and it certainly doesn't prove how happy you will be. But if I am to be completely honest, I would go back and do it all over again, even knowing all of that. Because even though the title doesn't matter, it is the process of working towards that goal that lays the foundation for your internal happiness. The title of valedictorian was an extrinsic motivational factor, but it was the ambition and drive that was intrinsically instilled within me. Now, there is a difference between extrinsic and intrinsic motivation. Extrinsic motivation stems from external factors, which include an award, money, or even pressure from family, whereas intrinsic motivation comes from within yourself, where you are chasing a goal for the purpose of self-fulfillment. And over the course of 10 years, I have learned what is intrinsically and motivates me. I learned what my passions were, my aspirations, and my interests. And I hope that all of you will find that too. Maybe you already know what that is. Maybe you know you are meant to help people in the medical field, or that you are supposed to protect and serve our country. Maybe you know that you are meant to be a mother or father, or maybe you know that you are meant to travel the world. Whatever that may be, ask yourself this question: where do you derive your happiness from? And once you have that question figured out, Then you can start setting goals to achieve fulfillment. Now, you don't need to have that figured out right now. I know I don't. But this is something to consider as we embark on this next phase in our lives. Right now, we have a blank slate to explore all of our options, and we should embrace that opportunity with fervor and excitement. This is our opportunity to make something of ourselves, and I cannot wait to see what you, the class of 2025, can do with that opportunity. Congratulations, class of 2025, and thank you.
Thank you, Ava. At this time, we will welcome Mr. Darnell Lewis Russell, principal of Maurice J. McDonough High School, to give his congratulatory remarks.
Good morning, esteemed guests, proud families, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2025. As I stand before you today, I am filled with pride and joy for you. This moment is not just a milestone, it's a celebration of hard work, dedication, and the bright futures that lie ahead of each of you. This class holds a special place in my memories, as you are the first group that I've had the privilege to witness grow from wide-eyed ninth graders into capable young adults you are today. You have embraced the challenges of high school with grace and determination, and now you stand ready to make a positive impact on the world. Today we gather to honor you and your remarkable achievements. To start, this class has earned an astounding total of approximately $27,510,387 in scholarships and grants. This impressive figure is a testament to your diligence, perseverance, and commitment to excellence. You have shown that hard work truly pays off, and I couldn't be prouder of every one of you. To our academic teams earning county championships back-to-back and for the first time, to our talented artists and performers achieving superior ranks and awards, to our athletic teams earning regional and state titles, both individually and collectively, you all have showcased your diverse talents and skills in many, many ways. There is no doubt that this class is ready for the world. As you step into the next chapter of your lives, I urge you to remember what is important. Embrace challenges. They are meant to be overcome. Each obstacle you face is an opportunity for growth. Take with you the lessons you have learned, whether academic or personal, and let them guide you in your journey ahead. I would like to leave you with a quote from famed American poet Maya Angelou. She said, "You can't use up creativity. The more you use, the more you have." Let this be a reminder that your creativity, your passion, and your unique perspectives are invaluable. As you embark on new adventures, always remember, once a Ram, always a Ram. Carry the spirit of this school with you wherever you go. Congratulations, class of 2025. The world is waiting for you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Russell. At this time, it is my pleasure to present to you the Superintendent of Charles County Public Schools, Dr. Maria Navarro, to address the Maurice J. McDonough Class of 2025.
So the sun was hiding out all week this week, and it decided to come out for you guys. Dear class of 2025, congratulations on your accomplishment and impending high school graduation. Sometimes the best speeches are the short ones, so I'll keep this brief. Class of 2025, I want to leave you with 2 thoughts and 1 request. First, have love for yourself that ensures that you take care of yourselves. Let me expand on what I mean by this. As you step into adulthood, remember that your journey is just beginning. Take care of not only your body, but also your mind and your soul. Seek help when you need it. Everyone needs help throughout their lives. Set high expectations for yourselves and keep growing. Surround yourself with those who truly care for you and always continue to evolve into the best version of yourself. Second, help others. A fulfilled life is one with purpose. Find your purpose and remember to volunteer your time to help others. Seize opportunities to improve your community, your workplace, your place of worship, just overall the world around you. And finally, celebrate. Life has its ups and downs, so cherish the triumphs, big and small. And so today is a major one and marks an achievement that is not yours alone, but rather shared with your family, friends, and loved ones. So class of 2025, please rise, turn around, and wave to everyone who came out to celebrate you. Send kisses, heart emojis. There you go. Thank you, class of 2025. You may be seated. So let's make this official, should we? Principal Russell, please present your class. Congratulations.
Will the graduates please rise? I certify that each of these students has met the requirements for a Maryland high school diploma or certificate as established by the Maryland State Board of Education and Charles County Board of Education. I am honored to certify 112 students for the Certificate of Merit. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a momentous occasion for our graduates, parents, and friends. It is important that each name is heard as it is called. Please give each graduate the respect deserved. Please hold your applause and jubilation until the roll call is complete, the graduates stand, and the tassels are turned.
At this time, the junior marshals will come forward. And Mrs. Karina Bennett, Mrs. Gwendolyn Todd will present the roll call of candidates.
Now conferring diplomas, Board Chairperson Ganal Moore Lee. Ava Jauchi Rolich. Julie Catherine Perillo. Doriana Kate Damo. Sarah Elizabeth Clark. Christina Marie Hammond. Cindy Den Nguyen. Conley Chikaziram Anyador. Annabelle Nicole Casa. Cadence Marie Tolbert. Michaela Marie Dames. Samaya Denisha Dennis. Imani Catrice Janaya Rhines. Richard Gordon Lindsay. Nolani Diane Green. Zoe Elizabeth Petricorn. Kayla Adriana Williams. Alyssa Lee Elizabeth Thomas. Layla Camille Dotson. Ethan Richard Marsh. Joseph Benjamin Echo Afol. Jose Alfredo Aguilar. Paola Daniela Aguilar Gonzalez. Bryce Jaron Allison. Eduardo Moises Altamirano Hordado. Alani Joy Andrews. Peyton Elizabeth Atwell. Joshua Winston Bailey. Luis Emilios Barrios Morente. Marvin Maurice Bates Williams. Isaiah Cortez Belfield. Desmond Antonio Bexley. J. Donovan Bivens. Now conferring diplomas, Board Vice Chairperson Nicole M. Creamer. Jackson Neil Boots. Kaya Takara Bowens. Javante Marcus Boyd. Marcel Mercedes Bradshaw. Kevin Paul Brent. Davion Jamal Brown. Malaya Mariah Brown. Trevor Thomas Bryant. Joseph Arrington Buckman. Deshaun Joseph Burton. Keenan Corey Butler. Lance Jameson Butler. Julio Furman Caballero. Ethan Lamar Camp. Erica Christine Campbell. Jaden Marie Cantor. Layla Rose Carino. Alyssa Monet Carter. Gavin Christopher Carter. Noel Simone Carvana. Ryan Salvio Casas. Vanessa Rachel Castro Sandoval. Xavier Donahue Chase. Rebecca Cifuentes Montenegro. David Cobos Munoz. Dornathelia Elizabeth Cocroft. Tristan Nicholas Commodore. Jack Dylan Connell. Franklin Edward Cook. Gabrielle Christina Copeland. Mark Anthony Copeland. Cole McLean Cruikshank. Alan Benjamin Cruz Flores. Now conferring diplomas, board member, Daughtery Butler Washington. Janaya Marie Darden. Jaden Emmanuel Davis. Jalen Reginald Davis. Christian Tyler Dinkins. Deontay Devon Dixon. Ada Lynn Donahue. Akeem O'Neill Drakes. Jayla Amani Drew. Allison Louise Duke. Delvin Jerome Dukes. Jakari Lewis Dyson. Antonio Duran Easter. Jaden Alexander Ebb. Mahalia Lindsay Elbert. Cameron Michelle Ellis. Thomas Richard Emerson IV. Joel Escobar Orozco. You're welcome. Amberly Marie I. Xavier Rakai Fallings. Lovely Ray Fauntleroy. Lainey Morgan Fielder. Marlon Josue Flores Flores. Amariana Nishay Forney. Maya Michaela Frank. Angel Javier Fuentes. Madeline Araceli Galdamez. Derek Rafael Garcia. Vanessa Garcia. Lexi Gwen Garrison. Gavin Alexander Ray Gerald. James Bradley Gerner. Reagan Marie Goff. Troy Edward Goldsmith. Henry Alexis Gomez Cabrera. Brenda De Jesus Gonzalez Garcia. Isaiah Lloyd Gray. Now conferring diplomas, board member David Hancock. Logan DeSales Gray. Nylea Kiana Gray. Jasma Anya Simone Green. Caleb Joseph Amir Gunter. Kina Micah Hardy. Alan Monroe Harris. River Quinton Harris. Anastasia Marie Hay. Kara Monet Head. Aiden David Herbert. Dynasty Takaya Holder. Kendra Ann Horton. Justice Nathaniel Howard. Justin Vincent Howard.
Caden Xavier Jackson. Sequoia Chase Jackson. Zaire King Jackson. Lavelle Andre James. Jayana Monique Johnson. Makai Antoine Johnson. Amari Ryan Jones. Isaiah Preston Jones. Jamal Antoine Jones. Kareem Orlando Jones. Marley Grace Jones. Sarah Denise Jones. Jaden Jakai Jones Dixon. Alyssa Ngozi Jongo. Gregory Gathumbi Kariuki. Joshua Isaac Kessler Jones. Emma Ann King. Carolyn Marie Landicho. Adora May Latham. Madison Janine Lawrence. Now conferring diplomas. Board Member, Dr. LaTonya Smalls. Fallon Mary Lawson. Zakiah Lachey Leak. Naya Aaliyah Lewis. Jordan Ramaya Lewis Griffin. Rashawn Ronaldo Luke. Brian Bacchus Omesh Mahand. Robin Harry Mayano Hernandez. Tristan Tori Elise Mason. Jalen Mackay Matthews. Kalia Lorraine McLean. Sean Paul Jaden McKenney. Alexia Lynn McVeigh Sprouse. Kanan Tashoma McConan. Iasu Tashoma McConan. Diego Alejandro Mendez Saravia. Layla Malicia Miles. Aaron Danielle Miller. Kamal Shadon Miller. Gabrielle Olivia Miranda. Jordan Xavier William Moore. Olivia Ellen Moore. Marcus Paul Mosley. Casey Rain Murphy. Jeremiah John Nairn. Briani Taima Newman. Jaslyn Nguyen. Nyla Simone Dixon. Nixon. Vanessa Mae Norton. Karaya Natrice Olivis. Nazer Omarcito Ortiz Flores. Quan Raymond Owens. Lane Warren Parsons. Neil Manochukumar Patel. Nayeli Perez. Jamal Maurice Peterson McKenzie. Now conferring diplomas. Board Member Jamila Smith. Alexa Fernanda Pinto Alcero. Jefferson Wilfredo Pinzon Hernandez. Zoe Jade Pittman. Dominic Elias Peroni. Christian Anaya Howell. Amaya Marie Ratcliffe Prince. Michael Andrew Prunty. Aaliyah Simone Queen. Alexia Jane Ramos. Lorena Elizabeth Ramos Guardado. Kristen Taylor Reed. Joshua Esteban Reyes. Khalil Xavier Rice. Jelani Omari Riley. Xavier Elijah Riley. Samuel Michael Ritter. Sabrina Anaí Rivas Salazar. Brian Omar Romero Pereira. Ava Braylon Ross. Anaya Michelle Rustin Getcher. Zoe Marie San Luis. Stephen Daniel Sanchez Martinez. Moises Ivan Sario Rodas. Christopher Thomas Spordone. Andrew James Scott. Hero Christopher Scott. Camilla Nevea Self. Logan William Seaman. Hamza Sami Shabani. Presley Lou Schaefer. Victoria Simone Shepard. Now conferring diplomas, Board Member Brenda Thomas. Alan Douglas Sherrod. Nigel Chantel Smith. Joquan Delaney Smith Patterson. Kimberly Arlie Sorto. Nikayla Simone Sparrow Young. Kirk Leander Spells. Mason Isaiah Staten. Carlos Mauricio Stepney. Barrington Edward Street. Kyler Nevea Struther. James Arthur Sutton. Janiyah Monet Sykes. Jalen Elise Taylor. Riley Marie Tavalt. Katie Cherie Thomas. Khalil Judah Thompson. Torian Marie Tolson Murphy. Lindsay Rosemarie Tomaski. Tristan Allen Towns. Destiny Laverne Tucker. Drew Jaden Turner. Gabrielle Sophia Turner. Jordan Mackenzie Tyler. Somtochukwu Chisholm Ukiwe. Now conferring diplomas. Student Board Member Sam Verk. Mackenzie Janae Underwood. Oliver Mauricio Urias Arguetas. Haley Elizabeth Van Brunt. Talon Marcellus Vasquez. Anthony Jerome Vaughn. Trent Lee Wagenbrenner. Markeisha Warren. Alyssa Christine Wathen. Brianna Corrine Watson. Shayna Jane Witt. Kyrie Xavier Wiggins. Crystal City Wilson. Jaron Marcellus Wilson. Patrick Dion Wilson. Naya Tanae Wimbish. Devin Bray Wright. Dominic Xavier Young. William Lawrence Zabriskie, Charles Stevenson Zimmerman, Cooper Reed Zidell,
Okay, we know what time it is. Will the graduates please rise? I present to you the Maurice J. McDonough High School graduating class of 2025.